Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a powerful new nuclear weapon called the R-36M2 Voevoda. In this video, we'll break down its warhead capacity, range, speed, and defense-evading features. The R-36M2 Voevoda, known by its NATO designation SS-18 Satan, stands as one of the most formidable intercontinental ballistic missiles ever created. Designed during the height of the Cold War, it symbolized the Soviet Union's determination to maintain strategic superiority and deterrence against any potential nuclear threat. Built by the Ushinnoye Design Bureau in Ukraine for the Soviet Strategic Missile Forces, the R-36M2 was an evolution of earlier R-36 variants, specifically engineered for massive payload capacity, precision targeting, and the ability to survive in the harshest conditions of nuclear warfare. Its sheer size, power, and technological sophistication earned it a fearsome reputation worldwide. Even decades later, it remains one of the most powerful nuclear delivery systems ever deployed by any nation. The R-36M2 was a two-stage liquid-fueled ICBM, utilizing a combination of nitrogen tetroxide and unsymmetrical dimethylhydrazine as propellant. These hypergolic fuels allowed instant ignition upon contact, giving the missile rapid response capability despite its enormous mass, weighing around 211 tons at launch and stretching over 34 meters in length. This missile was a technological marvel of its era. Its first stage featured massive engines capable of lifting the weapon from its underground silo with tremendous thrust, while the second stage carried the guidance system and post-boost vehicle, which would later release multiple warheads towards separate targets. The R-36M2 was specifically engineered for silo-based deployment, with reinforced silos capable of withstanding nuclear shockwaves and electromagnetic interference, ensuring the missile could launch even after a nearby nuclear strike. One of the most impressive aspects of the R-36M2 was its warhead capacity. Unlike single warhead ICBM, the Voevoda was fitted with multiple independently targetable reentry vehicles, MIRV. It could carry up to 10 nuclear warheads, each with an estimated yield of 550 kilotons to 1 megaton. This meant a single missile had the potential to destroy multiple cities or harden military targets spread over vast distances. In earlier variants, the R-36 had even been capable of carrying a single massive 2025 megaton warhead, making it one of the most destructive weapons ever built. The MIRV technology, however, allowed for a more efficient use of nuclear payloads, saturating enemy defenses and making interception almost impossible. The combination of multiple high-yield warheads and decoy systems ensured that even advanced anti-ballistic missile shields could be overwhelmed. The missile's range was another defining characteristic. With the ability to travel between 11,000 and 16,000 kilometers, it could strike any target across the globe from within Russian territory. This intercontinental reach placed every major Western city within range, reinforcing the concept of mutually assured destruction that dominated Cold War nuclear strategy. The missile's flight path followed a high arc trajectory through space before re-entry, where its warheads, traveling at hypersonic speeds, would descend toward their designated targets. These warheads re-entered the Earth's atmosphere at speeds exceeding 7 kilometers per second, giving defense systems mere seconds to detect and attempt interception, something practically impossible given the technology of the time. In terms of explosive power, the R-36M2 represented an unmatched level of destructive capability. If all 10 of its warheads were released at once, the combined yield could reach approximately 10 megatons, equivalent to 700 times the energy released by the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. This raw power made the SS-18 a cornerstone of Soviet deterrence, ensuring that any attack on the Soviet Union would be met with catastrophic retaliation. The weapon was designed not only for counter-value strikes targeting population centers and infrastructure, but also for counter-force missions aimed at destroying enemy missile silos, command centers, and hardened installations. Its accuracy, improved through advanced inertial guidance systems, made it capable of striking high-value strategic targets with deadly precision. A key element that made the R-36M2 especially feared was its defense evasion capability. As missile defense systems began to develop in the United States, Soviet engineers equipped the Voevoda with sophisticated countermeasures. The missile carried an array of decoys, chaff, and penetration aids designed to confuse radar and heat-seeking sensors. When the post-boost vehicle deployed the warheads, it simultaneously released dozens of decoy objects, each mimicking the radar signature of a real warhead. This created a storm of false targets, forcing defense systems to waste their interceptors while the genuine warheads continued unhindered. In addition, the re-entry vehicles were designed with radar-absorbing coatings and high-speed maneuverability to further evade tracking. The missile's onboard computer and guidance mechanisms ensured that even amid intense electronic warfare and jamming, it could adjust its trajectory and complete its mission. The launch platform for the R-36M2 was entirely silo-based. The missile was housed deep underground in hardened silos protected by blast doors weighing several tons. These silos were built to survive direct nuclear hits, ensuring second strike capability even in the event of a surprise attack. Each launch complex contained automated systems for rapid fueling, launch sequencing, and target programming. The missile could remain in a ready state for extended periods, allowing instant response to launch orders. The use of liquid fuel, while complex, provided the missile with superior payload to weight efficiency compared to solid-fueled systems of the same era. During launch, the R-36M2 used a cold launch system where the missile was ejected from the silo by a gas generator before its engines ignited mid-air. This prevented damage to the silo and allowed for rapid reloading or reuse of the launch site if needed. Operationally, the R-36M2 formed the backbone of the Soviet and later Russian strategic rocket forces. It served as a deterrent throughout the late 1980s and 1990s, maintaining Russia's strategic parity with the United States even during times of economic and political instability. Despite its age, the missile remained in service well into the 21st century, thanks to modernization efforts that extended its life and improved reliability. It was gradually succeeded by the newer RS-28 Sarmat, often called a Satan II. But the original SS-18 continues to hold a legendary place in the history of strategic weapons. Many analysts believe that the R-36M2's legacy directly influenced modern Russian missile design, emphasizing survivability, massive payloads, and defense penetration over sheer speed. The psychological impact of the R-36M2 cannot be understated. During the Cold War, Western military planners regarded it as the single most threatening missile in existence. Its nickname, Satan, reflected not only its destructive potential, but also the fear it inspired among adversaries. Capable of obliterating vast urban centers or wiping out entire regions with a single launch, it was the embodiment of deterrence theory, a weapon so powerful that its mere existence discouraged any attempt at nuclear aggression. Even today, the R-36M2 is often referenced in discussions about nuclear escalation, strategic balance, and the ethics of deterrence. In essence, the R-36M2 Voevoda, SS-18 Satan, represents the ultimate expression of Cold War engineering. Every element of its design, from its heavy throw weight and multi-megaton payload to its global range and advanced countermeasures, was focused on ensuring absolute retaliation capability. It was not built merely as a missile, but as a statement of power, a reminder that no nation could strike first without facing complete annihilation in return. Its technological complexity, immense destructive potential, and enduring operational relevance make it one of the most extraordinary weapon systems ever devised by humanity. The R-36M2 stands as a monument to an era defined by fear, competition, and the unending pursuit of military supremacy, in an era when peace was maintained not by trust, but by the terrifying certainty of mutual destruction.